Hi everyone, I've come on today to talk about something that happens occasionally when clients come and see me. They start expressing that they just don't feel quite right and that in some way perhaps they're unhappy. And when you actually dig a little bit, the easiest way to express this is they feel like they've got stuck. And yet when we actually unpack what does stuck really mean and what does it feel like, it's kind of very simple. I think on some sort of level they feel like they can't move this situation on for themselves. And so they come for some support, coaching, advice, input, ideas or similar. However silly this may sound, what's the matter? So in other words, how big is the problem? Is it just that it's temporary? Are you feeling rough, tired, fed up, bored? Is there something bigger going on? Is it the wrong job for you? Are you doing the wrong features of that particular job? Are you tired of the people who are working for you? So it really depends on where this is coming from. Is it gut feel? Is it just messing with your head? Is it actually troubling you badly enough that you're not sleeping particularly well? And that brings me to my next point. If you've now begun to identify what you think it is, then that's a great way to start. But the most important thing that comes next is control the controllables. Now that may sound like a daft word, but it really means tackle the 4 biggest things that you can influence because they are likely to lift you a bit, help you think, and that in turn means your problem solving will improve. And what are those? Watch your sleep. So if you're finding difficulties in being able to sleep and get consistent enough sleep, this makes a massive difference to how well you feel. You just can't problem solve when everything just feels whooshy in your head and you feel rubbish. So please do consider a temporary short-term boost to that, which is easily done through supplements. It doesn't mean anything more serious than that. And I use something like valerian, or I will go on the hunt for one which is still sold in the pharmacy, and I'll take that for 2 or 3 nights. So that can boost things. I definitely pay attention to what I'm eating. I get loads of protein down me, good healthy greens and vegetables, because you can't think straight and you can't problem solve your situation when you feel crap. I think the third is I would still watch your social life from the point of view, maybe not too full because you want a bit of bandwidth back in there so you can think and reflect and work out where your life is. But some activity and some pleasure and some fun because that lifts your mood almost by just going along with everybody else. And I think exercise is essential during this phase while you're problem solving what's going on and what do I want to do about it. Keeping up some kind of fairly rigorous exercise, especially something where you can't pay attention to the actual problem, is super useful, bizarrely, because the brain can't pay attention to do things equally at once. So you get a rest from the situation, and it also puts it to back of mind. And from experience, we've found that back of mind problems are actually solved faster because your brain is able to chomp them without having lots of anxiety attached to it. Whatever it is, take that large problem, don't see it like a big iceberg, but see it as something where you can take a small bite-sized chunk and focus on that. And the way I do that is by asking myself a simple question every day. What is the one thing that if I did it today, it would make the greatest difference? And that, without a doubt, has invariably moved me on, because if I tackle that thing, whatever it is, and it can be a simple task, look online, speak to somebody, phone a client, whatever it is that's causing me to get that bump, it starts to push me over. That makes me feel better. And then because the remedy for stress is action, the actual motivation starts to come on behind that because you're now either seeing your to-do list move away from you, or the good news is you're beginning to feel better because things are moving around you. And that brings me to, funnily enough, a point which I think I'm saying that's hidden in here. The remedy for this is movement. Because feeling stuck is very alien to somebody when they feel that they've just come to a halt. And you know what, if you don't manage to do that, I know it's incredibly convenient that I get mentioned here, but the truth is, come for support. Come and talk to somebody. I've lost count of the number of times people have come to see me for really pragmatic, straightforward, practical input. Just because I've got the name psychologist doesn't actually mean I use it. Most of the time, to be quite frank, I've got 35 years of experience working with people, so more than likely I will have seen the issue before. So please do reach out if you need me, but other than that, hope the tips were useful. Take care, everyone.